Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes.
Morning, sir.
Yes. Study of social process. We had been learning every types of social process. Today I would like to give important questions. Define following: social process, social interaction, cooperation, competition, conflict, accommodation, integration, isolation. List the following 2 more questions. Types of social process, elements of social process, types of cooperation, role of cooperation, characteristics of competition, level of competitions, value of competitions, functions of competitions, characteristics of conflict, causes of conflict, types of conflict, conflict episode, role of conflict, effects of conflict, characteristics of accommodation, methods of accommodation, process of assimilation, hindrance and aids to assimilation, problems of integration, modes of integration, types of isolation, need of isolation in hospital, forms of isolation in hospital, effects of isolation in hospitals. Importance of cooperation in hospital, role of competition in hospital, role of conflict in hospital, importance of accommodation in hospital, role of assimilation in hospital, importance of integration in hospitals, then difference between conflict and competition, accommodation and assimilation, integration and isolation. Short notes: cooperation, competition, conflict, accommodation, integration, isolation. Essentials of knowledge of social process in nursing. Essay on list the following types of social process. Explain associative process. It's important in nursing. Define social process. Discuss social process in rehabilitation setting. So this question maximum asked in 5 more questions. Every social process need to know. For example, cooperation and conflict, accommodation is very important. Then according to our syllabus, next unit, population. The population study is essential in nursing. What is mean by population? Population, how to study? What are the important population characters? What do you think about overpopulation? Effects of overpopulation and population explosion. Main role of nurse to control the population, and etc. we will be learned in this unit. Introduction. Is an important concept in sociology. Fact is that the study of people or number of people in the society. Theories of population explain about population and social development. Health status of society is influenced by population. Nursing concern, the study of population useful to superior care give to community and individuals. Define population, total number of inhabitants living in particular geographical area called population. Keywords, total number, inhabitant in defined geography. Then scientific study of human population is called demography. Define demography according to narrow view. It is study of size, territorial distribution, composition, change, and the composition of such change which may be identified as fertility, mortality, morbidity, territorial movement, and social mobility, which means change of status. This keyword size of population, then distribution, composition, then changes. What are the changes such as fertility, mortality, morbidity, migration, and mobility. Define demography according to broad view. It's enough for examination. Scientific study of population, size, structure, and development. Society and population. To study the structure and characteristics of society is aspect of study of population. Second, study of composition of population cover basic social economic characteristics and attributes of any society. Next, third one, demographic data used to development of society, mainly development planning. Then population trend determined by or depends upon social characteristics. The population study necessary to maintain balance between various social systems. Then uses of study of population. First use, study composition of population, then preparation of inventories of human resources. Human resources means skills of the population. For example, how many doctors, how many nurses, how many engineers, like this. These people having how many educated and their skills and their jobs. Effective development planning. Every planning based on the population. For example, mainly healthcare plan. First, study the population. Example, implement a immunization program for child. First, what do? Study the population, how many children are there, and what are the families. Then collect that data. Then only make plan according to their need to implement the immunization program. Then utilizing the data, the age, sex, and distribution. So the population data is essential to identify the age groups, distribution of population, mainly sex composition. How many males, how many females. The data is essential for various planning as well as execution. Then to study the social and economic structure. Next is very, very important for to know about sex ratio. Then it's very important to identify the density of population. Then know about family size, dependency ratio, then life expectancy, then some explanation about sex ratio. The female per 1000 males. In India, 930 female per 1000 male according to 2001. Density of population, which means the number of persons living in square kilometers. In India, 324 per square kilometers. Family size, total number of persons in a family. In India, 3:1, which means one family having 3 members averagely. Then dependency ratio, above 65 years, below 50 years of age, who are depends upon the economically productive age group. Life expectancy, average number of years live a person. In India, 64 males and 68 female. So female life expectancy is very larger than males due to various reasons. First reason is that biological factor, genetic factors, chromosomes, male X chromosome. Look at this census. Census is a institution or government institution responsible to take or collect data regarding the population. Is the name as census of India. Every 10 years, for example, next year, 2001, 2021 will be next census will be collected. Last census was 2011. Then world population trend. Beginning of Christian era, 250 billion population. In 1980, 4,432 billion. 1991, 5,385 billion. In 2000, 6,054 billion. So every year, how many increase? Average 1,000 billion population increase in the world. So this is one of the data, world population growth graph. The x-axis represent the years, y-axis represent the population. Look at this. After the 1950, the population have been explored. Anybody, why reason why this population have been explored after the 1950? This yellow in color is represent the industrialized countries, in blue in color represent developing countries. So this graph shows that after the 1950, population have been explored. Reason why? The first reason is that UN organization, mainly World Health Organization, was formed. That organization have been analyzed mainly these communicable diseases till the 1950. Lakhs of people die every year due to communicable diseases. Then after this, the World Health Organization conduct various program, immunization program, reduce that diseases and implement various program to government level. Next most important fact is that the United Nations after the 1950, there is no world war. There is no war between the nations due to the effort of United Nations. It was formed in 1947, so that's the reason why the people living happily and peacefully in all over the world. So population have been explored after the 1950. Clear about it? First factor, there is no war between the nation. Second factor is that health care. WHO, World Health Organization, have been launched various programs to implement and eradicate various communicable diseases from the society. Look at this. Here, next map, population trend in the world. You know, this dark in blue color is that 1000 plus population growth. Look at this India. India is the most growth country in the world. Can you see here? Yes, as well as in China and Russia is a very less. So we are Indians need to aware about it. Mainly nurses. We are responsible to control the population. Then population distribution in India. Population growth in India, second most populated country next to the China. Population in India is that according to 1981, 683.3 million. 1991, 843.9 million. 2001, 1027 million. 2.4% of world land area, but carrying 16.87% of world population. Look at this. This is an Indian map. Explain about the percentage of population growth in India according to 1991-2001. Here color, look at this color. In red in color shows that 27.1 and above percentage of population. Then gradually, in white in color only, very less population growth. Look at this. In South Indian people, in South India, population growth is very less. But North Indians, very high. Reason why? Anybody? Reason why? The first reason is that education. In South Indian people, more educated than North Indians. More aware about their families and populations and easy to implement family welfare program and family planning. That's why these people are aware to reduce and the growth rate of the populations. Then rank of most populous states. According to 2001, are Uttar Pradesh only first populous. 166.05 million. Then Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, then Tamil Nadu, 6th place, 62.11 million. Then current population in India according to 2011, 1.2 billion, which means 1.2 billion. Total male population 623.7 million. Total female 586.5 million. Sex ratio 914 female per 1000 males. Age structure 0 to 25 years, 50% of Indian population. Students, we need to think about it. So most of the Indian populations are young, male students. Then current there are about 51 births in India in a minute. which means 1 minute born 51 babies. India represents 17.31 percentage of world population. So last 2001 we had seen that. This is 2011. The population growth rate at 1.58 percentage. About 72.2 percentage of population live in some 638,000 villages. Students, this information is very important for competitive examination. How many villages in India? 638,000 villages. There are only 73.2 percentage population living. The rest is that 27.8 percentage in about 5,400 towns and urban. Town means town panchayat and small municipalities. Urban means cities, Chennai, Mumbai, Calcutta. So the fact is that maximum of population, Indian population living in Indian villages. Then the birth rate, childbirth per 1,000 people is that 22.22 birth per 1,000 population. Then death rate 6.4. Infant mortality 30.15 death per 1,000 lives, live birth. So infant mortality is very high comparatively in 2000, according to 2009 estimated, now reducing this. Largest illiterate population in the world, this is concerning about it. The Indian maximum of Indian populations are illiterate. Then fertility rate 22.72 children per woman. Then Kerala with 1,058 female per 1,000 males. Highest female sex ratio. So Kerala only highest, more female than males. Sex ratio is very high. Then prospect for population growth in India. First prospect, India is an overpopulated country. Male reproductive behavior of people. The family planning program started in 1952, but still it will be most populous country in the world. What do you think about the family planning program? The family planning program support to the growth of population is? Yes, reason is that the aim of family planning is that safe motherhood and safe childhood. So reduce the mother's maternal mortality and reduce the infant mortality. That is the reason why this population still increasing in India. The demographic characteristics. In the examination as well as in clinical aspect, this information is very important. Demographic characteristics. First character, sex composition of population. Sex ratio, number of female per 1,000 males. Sex ratio in India, according to 1901, 972 female 1,000 per male. In 1991, 927. In 2001, 933. So this is the reason why the female population sex ratio is reducing now. Second character, age structure. 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14. This is a way to collect the data regarding age structure. The factors determining age structure Effects of fertility and mortality. Effect of migration and age structure. Next is that bar. So first mortality, migration, then bar. These are the factors affecting age structure. Age structure in India 0 to 14, 29.7 percentage. 15 to 64, 64.9 percentage. 65 and above 5.9 percentage, according to 2011 census estimated. The literacy ratio we will be learned next class. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the day. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Nikhila.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank
Then
you, sir.
yes. Sultana. Yes. Yes.